You are listening to Becoming Wildly Resilient, brought to you by University of Kentucky Human Resources Health and Wellness. Together, we will discover how we can thrive at work, home, and beyond. Hello, everyone. I'm Amy Rodquist-Kodet, health coach with the University of Kentucky Health and Wellness Program. Welcome to Becoming Wildly Resilient Practices, where we'll explore research-based tools and tips that help us thrive more in the areas of life that matter most. This month, we're talking about mindful eating practices and how they can help us reconnect with our body, enjoy our meals more, and develop a healthier relationship with food. What exactly is mindful eating? Essentially, it involves paying better attention to the experience of eating and drinking, internally inside our bodies and externally in our environments. Research suggests practicing mindful eating can offer some big health benefits, like improved digestion. Research from the Cleveland Clinic has found that eating slowly and chewing thoroughly are key components in mindful eating that can enhance digestion by allowing enzymes in the mouth to begin the digestive process more effectively. Who even knew? It also helps with reducing overeating and binge eating. I don't know about you. Have you ever found yourself over the sink, hand in the potato chip bag, just eating and eating? You're not even quite sure how long you've been there? By eating and paying attention to our hunger and fullness cues, mindful eating helps us recognize when we're satisfied, which can prevent overeating and reduce episodes of binge eating. And big bonus, mindful eating can help us reduce our stress. Here's why. Cortisol, you know the one, it's often dubbed the stress hormone, kicks in when our body is in fight or flight moments, when we're in overwhelm, when we're spinning and ruminating and often reaching for the comfort foods. When we're super stressed, cortisol levels shoot up. But here's the good news. Practicing mindfulness, and mindful eating is a part of mindfulness, can help us bring those cortisol levels down. How do we do it? Here are a few tips to help you eat more mindfully. Number 1, eliminate as many distractions as you can during the meals. Everybody, we're just talking about when it's time to eat, just eat. Turn off the phone. You knew I was coming for the phone, didn't you? Click off the TV. Minimize as many other distractions as you can. I am not suggesting that you do this every single meal. I get it. I have twin 5-year-olds and a teenager at home. We're lucky when we can all sit down together. And if I told them that we were all doing mindful eating for every meal here on out, there would probably be a full-scale family mutiny. Start small. Start with yourself. Maybe try it 1 week, or maybe even just one meal this week. Pay attention to how you feel after you're done. The proof is in the pudding. Give it a shot. Number 2, eat slowly. As we talked about before, chew thoroughly. Taking your time with each bite and chewing your food well can help you savor the flavor, help you enjoy and pay attention to the textures of your food. And this practice also gives your body ample time to signal when it's satisfied, reducing the likelihood of overeating. Number 3, engage your senses. Before your meal, bring as many senses to your meal as possible. So take a moment, appreciate what do you see, what do you hear, what do you taste, what does the touch of the food feel like? Notice the colors, the aromas. Is your food sizzling? What's the presentation of your food? Paying attention to these sensory details can enhance your eating experience and help you stay more present. You can appreciate and slow down and engage with your food. And lastly, I would say this is like extra gold star bonus points if you're curious about doing a deeper dive into mindful eating I've got one more tip for you. Play with using a hunger-fullness scale. And you're probably like, say what now? Hear me out on this one. This is a tool that helps you tune into your body's signals of hunger and satiation. It is where the rubber can meet the road for you on mindful eating. Typically, scales range from like 1 to 10. I've seen the 1 to 4 scale. You can Google a hunger, fullness, satiation scale, see what comes up. But here's the general breakdown. Number 1 represents extreme hunger. You might be feeling dizzy. You are definitely irritable. When you're at a number 1, you are hangry. And you're like ready to arm wrestle anyone, whether they're 3-year-olds or a 93-year-old for the taco that they're holding in their hand. You want to eat anything you see. A 10 is on the other end, and this indicates extreme fullness. Oftentimes, you're going to feel uncomfortable. You are going to wish you had worn elastic pants. You are way overfull. This takes practice to assess your body's number system. If I were to say to you, like, hey, what does a 4 feel like? You're probably going to be like, what are you even talking about? You've got to feel what a 1 feels like. You got to feel what a 10 feels like. This practice takes time. It's not incredibly intuitive right away to assess your body's number system. To use the scale, pause before you eat, when you're eating, and after your meal to assess your current level. Before you eat, check in with yourself. Determine your hunger level. See if you can begin eating when you're moderately hungry. This is like the 3 or the 4 on the scale. You don't want to get yourself to a 1 or a 2 because you're not going to be rational at that point. See if you can eat before you get to the hangry space. That's a 3 or a 4. To prevent becoming overly hungry, which can lead to more overeating and binge eating. During the meal, see if you can pay attention to your fullness. Eating slowly, noticing your body's signals can help you recognize when you're comfortably satisfied. That's usually around a 6 or a 7. Aim to eat around a 3 or a 4. Stop eating around a 6 or a 7. After you eat, reflect on how you feel. This can help you better understand your body's cues and adjust it next time if you need to. There is no perfection here, everybody. This is a practice. You're going to find the more you use the scale, the more you're able to determine what feels good to start eating and when it feels good to stop eating. And for me, I find that the easiest one to notice is before I eat. It just feels more natural to stop and be like, okay, how hungry am I? What's my number? And it's taken me a lot of practice to notice mid-meal. I've got a couple things I do to help me slow down and notice how hungry and full I'm feeling. But I'm getting better. It's just taking a little time. So go easy and give yourself some grace in this practice. When it's coupled with more of the principles of intuitive eating that Sebastian and Dr. Karen Bryland McNeese were talking about, mindful eating can help you reconnect to your body's wisdom and honor your needs, both at the table and away from it. So try some mindful eating this month and let us know how it goes. Thanks for joining me today and practicing together, because practice makes possible. And that's how we become more wildly resilient. So until next time, keep practicing and be well. Thank you for listening to Becoming Wildly Resilient. This podcast is brought to you by University of Kentucky Human Resources Health and Wellness. We offer a wide range of online and in-person services to support the well-being of UK employees, retirees, and their spouses. You can find experts in mental health, personal resilience, nutrition, and physical activity. We're ready to meet you where you are and address your unique needs. To learn more about the work-life and well-being services offered by UK Human Resources, visit hr.uky.edu/wellbeing. You can also connect with us on social media and YouTube by searching at UKY Wellness or by email at healthandwellness@uky.edu.